Potter facing Chelsea in the opposition dugout for the first time today since his departure. How do you think he will be received? Because that tenure, Sharpie, did not go down very well. If I'm not mistaken, it's actually the shortest stint for a permanent Chelsea manager.
I think he'll be welcomed reasonably well, if I'm honest. I don't think he really got a long enough stint, if I'm honest. I think when he went in the club, I think he was trying to turn things around and change things a little bit, and things didn't quite go his way. But I think the club was in a little bit of a scruffy state. And I think given time, I think he would have sorted it out. But, you know, he's shown already 3 games into his West Ham tenure, and things are sort of starting to change. We can see already how he's sort of influencing the team. And I think he would have done the same at Chelsea. Given time, I just think he was ousted out a little bit too quick.
What are the changes that we're seeing?
It was a bad time for him to go in at Chelsea because there was so much turmoil, wasn't there? New ownership, huge number.
Was it a sort of situation where you think that no manager would have been able to gone through that unscathed?
No, I think it was. You know, let's be honest. There's, you know, Mauricio Pochettino had a difficult time at Chelsea as well. And now that Graham Potter's gone in at West Ham, there are some noticeable changes already. He's only been in charge for 3 games. He's had a win, a draw and a loss in those 3 games. But one thing is for certain, that his influence on the team has started to appear already. I thought West Ham were really poor under Lopetegui. It just didn't match, did it? It didn't work. His style, his methods, his ability to communicate just didn't come across well.
The circumstances around West Ham is perhaps more similar to Chelsea than it is to Brighton, the way the club is run. West Ham themselves aren't the best run club in the world. I mean, no offence. It's the sort of club that refuses to be tamed. It can be volatile. The fan base are demanding. They're not as understanding as maybe Brighton fans are. He couldn't deal with the pressure at Chelsea, granted bigger club at Chelsea, but the circumstances are similar. Yeah,
I think there are some similarities there, but what I would say is that Graham Potter's taken a long time to decide to come back into the game. You know, after that Chelsea experience, he's stepped away from the game. I think by all accounts he's done an awful lot of work himself, on himself and how he deals with people and his philosophies about the game. And clearly he's decided that this West Ham opportunity is the right one for him. And I think the early signs are good. This is a big test for him and his team at Stamford Bridge today, though.
I do wonder if he looks at Enzo Maresca's side, Sharpie, and maybe with a tinge of envy that he wasn't given that sort of stability, and he'd think to himself, well, if I held off the job a little bit longer, 1 year later, maybe I could have been doing well at Chelsea.
I think there will be a little bit of sort of, is regret the right word? I don't know if regret's the right word, but I think when anybody fails at anything, you always sort of look back and in retrospect and sort of ask yourself questions about what you could have done better, and if things had gone this way and that way, and if that decision would have been made, would the outcome have been different? But he is where he is now. I think he's a club that's sort of renowned for attacking football and entertaining football, and I think he likes that, and I think he's gone in and embraced that. And I think we've seen it in the 3 games he's been in charge, that he's putting that on his team as well.
I think he's embracing some of the